Okie dokes, let's now answer example 2 here. It says Sam takes out an interest-only loan at a rate of 6% per annum compounding monthly. If his monthly repayments are $440, how much did he initially borrow? Take note of what I've highlighted there. I've made sure to highlight all the key parts of the question, which you should be doing before you answer something. What does the question want of us? It wants how much I initially borrowed, or how much Sam initially borrowed, which is V of 0. That's what we want. What have they given us? They've given me the repayments, 440. So they've given me the D value. They've also told me that this is an interest-only loan. That's important. They've told me the interest rate, so the R. They've told me that it's compounding monthly, so that means N is equal to 12. So they've given me all this information, and they're asking me to figure out what V of 0 is. So hopefully what you can recognize here is that because this is an interest-only loan, to find the D value here, we can simply use the formula that they've given us and plug in everything that we know, and then solve for that V of 0. So let's give that a crack. So I'm just going to come down here, and we're going to write down the formula that they've given us. And I might do it over here. I'll do it in blue. All right. D, which is my repayments. Remember, D represents my repayments on an interest-only loan. To figure out your repayments, what you do is you take your R value, which is 6, you divide it by your N value, which is 12, you divide it by 100, and then you times it by V of 0. Remember, we do not know what V of 0 is. That's what we're trying to find. We do know what D is, because they told us D was 440. That's my repayments. They told us what the repayments are. 440 is equal to 6 on 12 over 100 times V of 0. I can now solve this. Solve for V of 0. Come to my CAS. Menu 3-1. 440 is equal to control divide 6 on 12 over 100 times by, I'm just going to say X because that's easier. Then I'm going to go divide, comma X. And that's going to tell me that the initial value of the loan, what you take out, is going to be V of 0. Oh, I want to do this in blue because colors are important. V of 0 is 88, oh, that's pretty ugly, $88,000. That's how much I initially took out. And we're done. We have found how much I initially borrowed. Before we go on, I just want to say one thing, and that is, it's really important for you to understand that when they've told us that this is the repayment, right? They've told me that this 440 is the repayment. Well, if this is an interest-only loan, you need to understand that the repayment is going to be the same as the interest. And if we go back to our formula here, do you see how the formula to find the repayments of an interest-only loan is you're simply finding the interest generated. So you're simply finding the interest generated because the interest generated, 440, is what your repayment is going to be. So I think that's important just to get a head around as well. So there we go. There's example 2.